It's beer and food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be pairing a bottle of ÖLBÄKS Brewery Pils, coming in at 4.7% ABV, with a, for sharing, chicken and gravy deep filled pie by Pukka. Should we have a look at it? Why not? Let's get it out and show you. This goes in the oven for 40 minutes. Oh, look at that! Massive! I'm lucky today because my daughter is off from school sick, so I'm going to try and give her some pie. It does say sharing, doesn't it? And we got some McCain home chips. Look forward to that. Let's get them in the tray. Look at the size on these guys. Big old frozen chips. Okay, let's get all this in the oven for 40 minutes. I'll come back in 35. We'll do a beer review, have some food. Job done. Back in a moment. Pie's going to be ready in a couple of minutes. Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Do you see me flinch every time I open a bottle these days? Oh, it's going to get me forever, that is now. Some of you might have seen my beer bottle exploding video. That was just a couple of days ago. And I've just been so, like, I kind of like turn my head now every time I open a bottle of beer. I might be like that. I might be scarred for the rest of my life. We got a 2-finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation. It's going to be a slightly hazy beer. You can see at the bottom of the glass you've got a clear beer. If I just some of that condensation, and as you move through the glass, you can see it's slightly hazy. It is hazy pills at 4.7%. Looks really good. I like the simple branding. The beer looks good. As I said, 2-finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Oh, and for a Pils, that's got a lot going for it. There's a big punchy, fruity, kind of lemony aroma coming from this with a bit of spice. Oh, and it's quite tart as well, like a raspberry jam or something. Smells really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. A little bit sweet to begin with. Balances itself off. Very clean, very drinkable beer. Good carbonation. Everything's really refreshing and lovely, and then on the back end I'm just feeling now a nice bitterness coming through. It is tart, it is kind of jammy like. Rather good, rather good. Should we get the pie out the oven? Let's pair it up. Oven glove. There it is. I'll cut it all out. I'll tell you what, I'll show you first, cut it up, we'll come back. What I had to do, that was on there like that. What I had to do was take the lid out, oh it's hot. Take the foil lid off the base and put it on the top. Because after, it says to put this in between 40 and 50 minutes. After, and I used gas mark 6 as they advised, after 25 minutes the pie lid was burning, so I was like, what am I going to do? So I covered the pie lid. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. Covered the pie lid and it's kind of saved it. Let's get it all dished up. Okay, we cut some of that pie. Well, I cut some to give to my daughter actually, off school as I mentioned earlier. Here is a good kind of look at the inside of the pie. Good example of it. Quite a lot of pastry. Quite a lot of puff pastry in there. And I would say there's about an inch worth of gravy and pie going through it. I'm just wondering how I'm going to do this. I know how I'm going to do this. Kind of cut that there. It's always about getting that pie lid off, isn't it? Cool, look at that. There's a look at the pie. Here's some of the chicken. Oh, look at that, chicken and gravy. Piping hot, mind. Oh, that is superb. Absolutely superb. Chip, chicken, gravy. You just can't beat it, can you? It's a winter's day. What more are you going to do? What more are you going to do with your life on a winter's day? But eat wholesome, hearty food. And have a pills for your lunch. That looks like chicken breast to me. They don't look like they've skimped on it, on the meat, Pukka. No, it seems in good order. I've had pie. Remember the pies years ago? Remember the cheap pies you get years ago in, I don't know, my mother always used to shop in the pound shops and stuff, and sometimes there was more gristle in the pie than there was meat, and it was dreadful. Okay. Pastry. Puff pastry, how are we doing with that? Fluffy, tasty. I'm making a little bit of a mess of this because I'm having to kind of just readjust everything to film it. Ideally, I'd have it on a table with a knife and fork over it, but I'm just trying to show you guys what this pie entails from the crust to the base. The base is the next thing. From the inner piece is important, the chicken and the gravy, then the lovely crust. Then we'll get into the base. Right. Do we have a soggy bottom? Doesn't seem too bad. Quite a thick layer there of base pie. The chips always go well with it. I'm a big fan of posh chips. McCain have got, they were called home fries, I think, or home chips, home fries, and then they got a gastro version, McCain gastro chips. So I'm thinking when I get a really kind of posh pie, a top end posh pie, then I might get some McCain gastro chips and pair it all up together. Skin on chips. How'd you go with the beer? Really quite well. Pilsners are clean, easy drinking, refreshing, spicy. I purposely picked this beer for today's review. I just wanted something that was clean, a little bit of hoppiness on the back end, a little bit of sweetness as this beer is giving. And I didn't want something that was going to be too kind of powerful, like a double IPA. Double IPAs for me, American IPAs, I generally drink a lot of that style of beer in the evenings. Porters, stouts, imperial porters, imperial stouts, saisons, that type of thing, after I finish my evening meal. But these types of beers are perfect for pairing with a pint, with a pie, even. Right, let's rate the beer. The beer for me, it goes really well. It does, it goes really well with the pie. And it would go really well on its own. I mean, if you give me 4 bottles of that on a Saturday afternoon in the summer when the sun was shining, happy days. 4.7%, flavoursome enough. I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. The Pukka pie, that's just downright delicious, isn't it? It really is. Really good quality. Some of you might scoff at it, saying there's no good quality to this type of food, but you only like what you like in life. I've kept it a secret until now. My eating habits have never been great, but I really like a craft beer. What's wrong with that? The pie gets a 9 out of 10. And the chips, these home-style chips, yeah, they're just really good. They get an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom and cheers.